Hey YouTube, today's video is going to be all about cleaning a Springfield Armory XD9. Let's go ahead and let the intro run, and when we come back, the camera will be flipped. We'll be up close and personal with this gun. Alright, so I went ahead and put on my cleaning gloves. In today's video we are going to be using this Breakthrough. It's an all-in-one cleaner. If you are interested in this, I will put a link in the description, as well as this Hops 9 lubricating gun oil. I like to use this because it has this needle nose on it. I can get into very small places. Let's go ahead and take this apart. You always want to make sure that your gun is empty. I have nothing in here. Chamber is empty. So since we have this open, this little notch, you want to slide it up. And then the gun will just go apart. So I'm going to set this aside so we can work on the slide. For the slide, you want to take this spring out, and then the barrel comes out. To take apart the firing pin, there is a pin that's up here and it goes all the way through. What you want to do is take a punch or something strong enough to fit in there and not break. You want to punch it through from the bottom. There we go. So once you get this pin out, take the backing plate off. Use the punch and push in on the indicator, and you want to push it below the backing plate like that. And once you do this, you want to slide your thumb up over where the backing plate is, or else you'll have springs flying all over the place. So this is your indicator. It'll let you know if the gun is cocked back or not. And here is the firing pin. There is also a spring down in there. And what the spring does is, as soon as you load the gun and cock it back, the spring helps the firing pin from slamming forward and pre-shooting. So everything here is pretty easy. What I do is put some Breakthrough on a patch and then wipe it down, and then put a clean patch over everything to make sure I got it. So here is your firing pin. And now I'm just going to get some of this protectant off. This is the plunger for the indicator. And this is the indicator. With the springs, I usually just try to wipe them down the best I can and then put a dry patch over it. So this smaller spring helps prevent the firing pin from slamming shut as soon as you rack a round back. And this is your firing pin spring. You want to make sure you get this little pin. With the backing, it's metal, but nothing really gets to it. But I go over everything. Alright, let's set these pieces aside and we will work on the slide. That way we can get these back into the slide. Now with the slide, I like to get a nylon brush and really work some of that breakthrough in up here. And now we just wipe everything down. For the smaller parts in the slide, like down here, I do have a pick. It has a hook on one end and a flat piece on the other. That way I can really work this in. Also, when you are doing this, don't forget to get in the housing where the firing pin sits. And there's still a little bit of breakthrough along the rails, so I'm going to take a patch and clean some of that up. Okay, now all we have to do is get the from here on up, since we did this back chunk. And now we can just wipe a clean rag inside of it. So all we have to do now is clean the outside of the slide and then put the firing pin and everything back in this, and then we can work on the barrel and the actual gun. So to put the insides back in here, you want to start off with the firing pin spring. Go ahead and slide that down in there. Give it a tap or two. That way it falls all the way where it's supposed to. So once you put the firing pin in, what I like to do is press down on this and then slide the firing pin on top of that, so that way it sits. And now the hole is visible all the way through, and you can go ahead and put the pin back in. Okay, so I set the pin in all the way, and now the firing pin will not come out. Go ahead and grab the indicator, put the indicator in. Put the spring around the indicator. Put the plunger back on. And then you want to push all this together and then slide the backing on, and it will snap into place. So now that we have the slide complete, we'll put this aside, and we have the barrel, the spring, and the spring rod. For the barrel, you just clean the inside like normal. Yeah, I'm pulling out nothing. So now I'm going to put a mop down it. Make it all shiny. And let's check out this bad boy. Looks pretty good to me. And we just do the outside like we've been doing everything else. I see a little bit of carbon I need to get up. right on this feed ramp. Looks like a brand new barrel. And now we can just wipe all that off. This is the guide rod for the spring. And this is the slide spring. You can go ahead and put the guide rod back onto the spring. Now we are on to this. What I usually do is put some breakthrough on here, and then I will scrub it and then try to use my pick and get everything. When you're doing this, don't forget to get the magazine well. You don't want a clean gun, but the inside of it be dirty, so. And also, don't forget to get these rails. So we have everything clean. Now we can go through and oil some stuff. Now this breakthrough does have a lubricant in it, but I also like to use actual gun oil along these slides just to make sure everything's running smoothly. So on the slide, I'll put 3 drops of oil. And now we can go ahead and put the barrel back in. Put the guide rod back on. The way that this sits is in that little notch. You want to make sure that you have it all the way down against the barrel, or else this will pop off and fly everywhere. So if you close this tab, go ahead and open it back up. Slide the gun barrel back on. You want to bring back the slide. Keep the slide open and swing this down. And it's good to go. Here's that indicator protruding out. All we have left to do is wipe up a little bit and we are good to go. Let's give this one little wipe down real quick. And now it is 100% clean. If you like this video, please leave a like. If you aren't subscribed, make sure you are subscribed. Let me know in the comment section if you guys found anything helpful on me cleaning this gun and showing you guys how to do it. Thanks for watching Silver Bullet Ballistics.